Hi students, I am PV Narasimharao from Tenali, Guntur district. Today I will discuss a topic on thermodynamics. The topic is analysis of various thermodynamic processes. The topic is analysis of various thermodynamic processes. Analysis of various thermodynamic processes. So before going to thermodynamic process, so first we learn what is a thermodynamic process. So first one is what is a thermodynamic process. Thermodynamic process. So thermodynamic process means the operation by which the system changes its state. The operation by which the system change its state. So what is thermodynamic process? Thermodynamic process means the operation by which the system changes its states. For example, for understanding, so the operation by which the system changes its states means, for example, if we consider a system, let us imagine that this is a container A. Let us consider this is a container. So its container is A. In this container, we will filled with an ideal gas. In this container, we filled with an ideal gas. So for describing the ideal gas, for describing the system, we use some variables. That variables are called state variables. These state variables mentions the state of the system. For example, here in this container, the pressure is P1, the volume is V1. Here let us assume the temperature is T2, and here the amount of the system, amount of the matter or amount of the system is M1. So amount means it may be number of moles, or sometimes we can consider its mass. So the system is connected to another container. So the system is connected to another container. So this container is container B. So when the system is here, the system is ideal gas. Our system is ideal gas. This ideal gas passes through this valve and enters into the system. B. So this system is called container B. So this ideal gas in system A or container A can move to such system, that means container B. Here in this container, the pressure P1. Let us imagine that there is no change in pressure, but here the volume may be changes. Let us imagine that the volume changes. Temperature also changes. Let us imagine that temperature changes and some amount of the matter also changes. And initially the pressure P1. So the pressure didn't change in this throughout the process. Volume changes. So some volume of gas enters into the system. But two gases, this ideal gas, this is also ideal gas, same gas. So both gases in both systems the pressure is same. The volume changes. Let us imagine the temperature also changes and amount of the gas also changes. So that means here a constant pressure because here pressure P1, here also pressure P1. So the pressure of the system, so here our system is ideal gas. The pressure of the system is constant, but here the volume, temperature, amount, these three quantities are changes. That means here in container A, the states are P1, V1, T1, N1, state variables. But in container B, the state variables are changed to P1 constant and V1 to V2, T1 to T2, and N1 to N2. That means the variable changes. So if the variable changes, then the state of the system is also changes. Here the system is in state 1. Let us imagine that the system is in state 1. Here in this container B, the state of the system is changes. The state of the system is changes and the state is 2. So how the system changes here? The system changes here is a constant pressure. We can keep the pressure is constant. Pressure is constant. Pressure is constant. So a constant pressure, the state of the system from 1 to 2 changes. So here the operation is we can maintain the constant pressure. So we can maintain a constant pressure. The state of the system is changes. So this total process is called thermodynamic process. So thermodynamic process means by which an operation, the operation may be a constant pressure or a constant volume or a constant temperature, whatever it may be, depending on the condition, the state of the one state of the system changes to another state. That type of process is called thermodynamic process. So thermodynamic process means the operation by which the state of the system changes. So the state is here 1. This is called initial state. The state 1 is called initial state and state 2 is called final state. Final state. So it can also be stated that but the operation by which the initial of this system, the initial state of the system reaches to final state or the state of the system changes. That operation is called thermodynamic process. So there are different types of processes in thermodynamics. So we have studied briefly about them. So first one. So first process is, so the some process are, first we mention the types of process. So the types of process, first one is isobaric process. Isobaric process. Second one is isochoric process. First one is isobaric, second one is isochoric, third one is isothermal process, fourth one is adiabatic process, fifth one is cyclic process, and sixth one is polytropic process. So these are the different types of thermodynamic process. So the different types of thermodynamic process are isobaric process, isochoric process, isothermal process, adiabatic process, cyclic process, and polytropic process. So here in this section we can briefly learn about these 6 types of process. So analysis means in this type of process, what is the type of operation? There may be, for example, in isobaric process, the operation is a constant pressure, or in isothermal, the operation is carried out at constant temperature. So what is the condition for that process? That means which type of operation we do on the process and what are the thermodynamic quantities. That means thermodynamic quantities are thermodynamic functions, internal energy or enthalpy or work. So what are the different aspects for different aspect? That means the work done, what is the work done in that process, or what is the change in internal energy in this process, or what is the change in enthalpy in this process. So we will briefly explain, we will briefly study this type of process. So first one is isobaric process. So isobaric means, bar means it is a unit of pressure. Unit of pressure. Bar means it is a unit of pressure. So isobaric means, iso means same. Bar means unit of pressure. So that means simply isobar means at constant pressure. So at constant pressure, that means throughout the remains constant. Remains constant. Throughout the process, the pressure remains constant. The type of process is called isobaric process. So what is isobaric process? Iso means same. Baric means pressure. It is a unit of pressure. So isobaric means same pressure. So throughout the process, the pressure is same. That means there is no change in the pressure of the system. The type of process is called isobaric process. So isobaric process means the process in which throughout the process the pressure remains constant. The type of process is called isobaric process. So in that isobaric process, the condition is dP equal to 0. dP equal to 0. Throughout the process, dP equal to 0. dP means, what is the meaning of dP? dP means it is a small change in pressure. P means pressure. Small change in pressure. So small change means P2 minus P1 equal to 0. In that small change, P2 minus P1 equal to 0. That means P2 minus P1 0 means P2 equal to P1. P2 equal to P1. That means initial pressure, final pressure, both are same. The process in which the pressure remains constant. The pressure remains constant. The type of process is called isobaric process. So isobaric process means in that process, throughout the process, the pressure remains constant. So the condition for this process is dP 0. dP 0. And I will tell about small thing in this process. Someone says that delta P is 0. Delta P is 0 is the condition for this process. So we use two types of notation. So this pressure, volume, these are the state functions or state variables. Already we learned about that. State functions or state variables means state function or state variable means, so that depends on the initial final state. State function or state variables means they are depends on initial and final state. Initial and final state of the system. So in this state variable we cannot say exact value. So to define this state variable, we use the change in the state variable. That means if we consider pressure as the state variable, it can be expressed as dP or delta P. dP or delta P. dP, the meaning of dP means it is a small change. The meaning of dP is small change, and delta P means total change. So d of a state function means the small change in that state function. That means dP P2 minus P1. dP means P2 minus P1. Delta P means total change. Here also the same stated we can use the same formula P2 minus P1. But here difference is, here this is a small change, this is a total change. Total change means throughout the process we can say. Small change means a particular small interval. For example, if we draw pressure volume graph. For example, pressure, this is the pressure, this is the volume axis. Y axis is the, we can consider y axis is a pressure axis, volume axis, and x axis, y axis is a pressure axis, and y axis is, x axis is a volume. X axis is a volume axis, y axis is a pressure axis. Y axis is a pressure axis. So what we say is that how to be draw a graph for this isobaric process. So isobaric process, so this is the initial state. Let us assume that the system is in state A, pressure, and a state B, this is the state B. So throughout the process, the pressure of the system remains constant. This means throughout the process, the pressure of the system is constant. Here P1, here P2. So here dP equal to So dP means, so we can consider, so let us assume that, so this is a state A, pressure P1, or let us pressure P or P1. P1 means, for example, you can take an arbitrary quantity like 2 atmosphere. At state A, the pressure is 2 atmosphere. So of a small change means, so from point A to, let us imagine that this is point C, A to C. This change is called small change. For this small change, there is no change in the pressure. There is no change in pressure means at point A the pressure is 2 atm. Then at point C also the pressure is 2 atm. Then that change is called zero. Is that change in that pressure? The small change is zero. And consider another small part. So this is point B. Here point B also 2 atm. Point D also 2 atm. And another consider another point E. Here E also 2 atm. And F, a small point F, it is also a 2 atm. Here also pressure is 2 atm. And next point B, here also the pressure is 2 atm. So if we observe that at every small point, at every small interval, the pressure remains constant. There is no change in the pressure. There is no change in the pressure. That means small change means dP. And sometimes, for example, the process is like this way. So this is point A, this is point X. This is point X. Let us imagine that in that point A, 0.2 atmosphere, but after reaching the point X, it may be 5 atmosphere. But from X to B, reaching from X to B, the pressure is 5 to 2. That means initially pressure increases, then after decreases. But at initial and final pressure both are same. But here from delta P means PB minus PA. That means pressure at final state B minus pressure at initial state A. Pressure at final state B and pressure at initial state A. The difference is initial state 2, final state also 2. So 0. Here in this process delta P also 0. So dP 0, delta P 0. But if we consider dP, at every dP, the pressure remains constant. In this line represents the dP. Every small interval of change in pressure dP. Every small change in pressure dP, that is remains constant. But here at some point the pressure may be changes, but finally reaches the same pressure. But finally reaches the same initial pressure. Same pressure means same initial pressure. But here the initial final pressures are same. But at a particular instant the pressure is not same. But final minus initial remains 0. Remains 0 means constant. That change is called delta P. But at every small interval A to C, C to D, D to E, E to F, F to B, at small change, at small interval, the change remains 0. There is no change. So this type of process is called isobaric process. This type of process is called isobaric process. But here also delta P change, delta P equal to 0. But the pressure is not constant. The pressure is not constant because at particular interval the pressure is changed. At particular interval that may be like it may be X. At a small particular interval X, the pressure of the system increases. Sometimes increases or decreases. Whatever it may be, here we consider the case increases. The pressure increases. So that's why the pressure increases, but finally reaches the same initial pressure. The total change, final minus initial 0. But at certain interval, it is certain interval, the pressure is not constant, the pressure is changed. So that's why for this reason, we cannot use delta P equal to 0 for isobaric. So it is more accurate to say that the condition for isobaric process is dP 0 but not delta P 0. But someone use this notation. Always this is not a wrong notation. Sometimes it will give, sometimes it may be same. At X point the pressure may be same. But more accurately we can say that. More accurately we can use that. dP is 0 is the condition for isobaric process. Then dP is 0 for isobaric process. The more accurate condition we can say is dP 0 because dP small interval measures the small change. The small change also 0. That means if the small change also 0, there is no small change in this system or in this process, then that will bring that operation. That means here the operation is constant pressure, so it will bring the change the states of the system. But we use delta P. It may or may not be accurate. May or may not. Sometimes X may be also 2 atmosphere, but sometimes it may be more than 2 atmosphere or less than 2 atmosphere. So that's why always this condition not works for isobaric process, but someone consider this condition. This is also condition for isobaric, but more accurate condition. But more accurate condition is dP equal to 0. The more accurate condition for isobaric process is dP. So isobaric process means the process in which throughout the process the pressure remains constant is isobaric process, and the condition for isobaric process is dP equal to 0. dP equal to 0, and we draw PV graph for isobaric process. It is like that. A straight line represents the constant pressure. So this is the graph for PV graph for isobaric process. This straight line represents constant pressure. And we know that FLTD means first of thermodynamics. FLTD means first law of thermodynamics. According to first law of thermodynamics, what is the formula? du equal to Q plus W. du equal to Q plus W. So what is the formula for W? The formula for W is minus P external pressure into change in volume. P external pressure into change in volume. So if we know the volume change, because the pressure remains constant here in this process, we know the pressure. It may be 1 atmosphere or 2 atmosphere or 5 atmosphere, whatever it may be. The pressure remains constant. We know what is the pressure. If we know the change in the volume, what is the final volume, initial volume? So we know the change in the volume. We can calculate the work done in this process. We can calculate the work done in the process, and we know what is the quantity of Q. Here Q means here the system is a constant pressure. The Q can be written as, instead of Q we can write QP. In subscript we use the symbol P. This represents a constant pressure. This subscript represents a constant pressure. This P represents a constant pressure. This constant pressure, heat absorbed or released at constant pressure, it will give the value of delta H. In this process, we know that heat absorbed or released at this constant pressure, it will give the value of delta H. From volume change, we can calculate W, and also we know the QP value. QP means the heat released or absorbed at constant pressure, that is QP value. We can find out delta H, and you know the Q value, W value. Substitute in this equation, we also calculate the value of U. We also calculate the value of U. So in this, by using this formula, we can calculate the value of, the internal energy, Q, W, and delta H values for various conditions. In condition. So we can consider some cases. That means different conditions. We can isobaric process for different conditions. How we can calculate delta U or Q or W. So first condition is so how to first we can calculate work done. We can calculate work done means first we can calculate work done. For calculating work done, what we do calculate volume change, because here the process is isobaric. For isobaric process, the pressure remains constant and we know that pressure. So we can calculate volume change, then we will find out the work done. So first one is in a open container containing only one type of gas. So for gases we can calculate for gases. So here generally we apply this process generally for ideal gases, but real gas also we can apply, but more accurately these are applicable for ideal gases. So here we can consider the gases phase, not only gases, it is also applicable for solids or liquid, but we can study about the gases. So we can consider open container. Let it is a open container. So here in this container, this is the external pressure. So the pressure remains constant because the process is isobaric process. For isobaric process, the pressure remains constant. For isobaric process, the pressure remains constant. So in this container, this container is maintained, this open container is maintained at constant pressure because our process is isobaric. For isobaric means, the meaning of isobaric means the pressure remains constant. And also if we calculate the volume change, then we will calculate the work done in the system. That means it may be work done by the system or work done on the system, depending on the work done values. And also here Q can be calculated. Q means heat energy absorbed or released at constant pressure. So Q at constant pressure means delta H. This Q values can be calculated. From calorimeter or by technique called calorimetry. By using calorimetry technique, we will find out the Q values, and we know Q value, W, and we will calculate W value. By using these two values, we will find out delta U, and this Q value will give the value of enthalpy, that is delta H value. For example, here in this container, we can consider a system that means decomposition of calcium carbonate, CaCO3. The decomposition of calcium carbonate, it will give CaO solid plus CO2 gas. CaO solid plus CO2 gas. Here we will find out the volume change. So what is the volume change? Delta V. Delta V means volume change of product minus volume change of product minus volume change of reactants. Volume change of products minus volume change of reactants. So here we use only gaseous. These are gaseous. Only gaseous products or gaseous reactants we can consider. Because here solid, when compared with gases, the volume of solids are negligible, because volume of gas is very much greater than volume of liquid, which is greater than volume of solid. So when compared with volume of gases, the volume of liquids and solids are negligible. For this reason, here we can neglect the volume of solid. So here the volume of gas. So what is the volume of gas here? Products in this, we can see in product CO is solid, CO2 is a gas. So we can neglect CO. We can use only CO2. Volume of gaseous product minus gaseous reactant. Here reactant is CaCO3. So CaCO3 is a solid. So we can neglect this. Here delta V is equal to CO2. Here delta V is equal to CO2. So what is the formula for work done? Work done equal to minus P external pressure into delta V. So W equal to minus P external in place of P external we can use simply P because the overall pressure is constant throughout the process because the process is isobaric process. So P into delta V means here what is the value of delta V? V of CO2. Here CO2 means gas. V CO2 gas. So we know that for ideal gases PV equal to nRT. From this we use for PV we use the term nRT. So W equal to minus nRT. This N for CO2 gas. This N for CO2 gas. So N of CO2 gas into RT. So T is the temperature. What temperature we maintain, that is T, and R is the universal gas constant. So we know the value of universal gas constant. And by using this calorimetry, we can calculate the value of QP. That means simply Q. It will give delta H value also. So already we can calculate the W work done value by using this relation, by using this volume chain, and also from calorimetric technique we can calculate QP value. According to first law of thermodynamics, delta U equal to Q plus W. That means Q means QP plus W means what is the value of W? NCO2 gas. Here NCO2 gas and RT into RT. So this is the delta U formula. So in case of QP we also use delta H also, but that may be depending on depending on formula we can use either delta H or QP. Delta H or QP because delta H means heat absorbed or released at constant pressure, that is QP. That is QP. In this way we can calculate work done QP from calorimetric method or calorimetric technique and delta U from QP and W. So what is the first case? In the first case, in isobaric process, by calculating these thermodynamic quantities, we can consider first case open container. It contains only one type of gas. So it contains more than one gas. It contains more than one gas, or it may be a closed container also sometimes. It may be a closed container or open container. There is no difference here isobaric because in this process, throughout the process, we can maintain the pressure remains constant. We can maintain the pressure remains constant. So we can consider open container or closed container. But we remember that the pressure remains constant. Remember that the pressure remains constant. So here only one gas is considered. Then work done formula minus N gas. That means number of moles of that gas into RT. If we use more than one gas, what will happen? If we use more than one gas, so that means for example, in this reaction more than one gas, like PCl5 decomposes, it will give PCl3 gas plus Cl2 gas. PCl3 gas, Cl2 gas. So here in this process, more than one gas are involved in this process. So before going to this case, we will practice a problem on this case. So all of you understood this case. Open system containing only one type of gas. So for only one type of gas, W equal to minus nRT. N means number of moles of that gas. In particular, we mention N of gas. Here we use CO2 gas, so we can consider NCO2 gas. It may be CO2 gas or whatever may be any other gases. So W equal to minus n of the gas, number of moles of the gas into RT. So we will practice a problem on this case. For this, given a problem, the question is, when 1 mole of aluminum, when 1 mole of aluminum is dropped in aqueous solution of HCl, in aqueous solution of HCl at 27 degrees Celsius. 27 degrees Celsius. Calculate W. So along with W, along this information is also given, let in this process, so when 1 mole of aluminum is dropped in aqueous solution of HCl at 27 degrees Celsius, in this process 95 calories of heat is absorbed. 95 calories of heat is absorbed. What would be the values of delta U, delta H and W? So the given problem is when 1 mole of aluminum is dropped in aqueous solution of HCl at 27 degrees Celsius. In this process 95 calories of heat is absorbed. What would be the values of delta U, delta H and W? So delta U means change in internal energy, delta H means enthalpy change in enthalpy, W means work done. So for solving this problem, so what is given? 1 mole of aluminum. So 1 mole of aluminum is dropped in aqueous solution of HCl. Aqueous solution of HCl. So that means HCl aqueous. That means liquid solution. Aqueous solution of HCl means HCl in the form of a liquid, not in the form of a gas. So this is aluminum is a solid. It is a metal, solid metal. So it is dropped in HCl gas. So what is the reaction? AlCl3 plus AlCl3 solid plus H2 gas. AlCl3 solid plus H2 gas. So we will balance the equation. Here 3Cl2, 3HCl. So for balancing, so aluminum, 1 aluminum, Cl3, 3Cl3, hydrogen 3, here only 1. Balancing it, multiply with 3 by 2. So here the gas is aluminum gas. Sorry, the gas is hydrogen gas. Here the overall gas is hydrogen gas. So first we will find out the delta V. So what is delta V? Delta V means volume of the gas change. That means volume of gaseous products. Change in volume of gaseous products minus change in volume of gaseous reactant. So here gaseous product is H2. So its moles is 3 by 2. Because for 1 mole 3 by 2 with 2 is evolved. So here also in question it says only 1 mole. For 1 mole 3 by 2 H2 is evolved. So this is only the gas. This remaining are not gases, the solids and liquids. So we can consider only gas. So here delta V is only 3 by 2. Only 3 by 2. So here pressure, what would be the given pressure? When 1 mole of aluminum is dropped in the aqueous solution of HCl at 27 degrees Celsius. So here also you can write or consider an arbitrary pressure because pressure is not given. So let us, the pressure may be 2 atm. The pressure may be 2 atm. Let us consider the pressure is 2 atm. So here the what is the formula? Minus. So what is the formula for work done? For gas, for open container gases reaction. So here also mentioned it is for open container. This reaction is done in open container. So the formula is minus N of the gas into RT. N of the gas into RT minus what is the number of moles of gas? 3/2. R value. So R value may be in joules and later atmosphere some calories also. There are different R values depending on the units. So here we see in problem the heat is in terms of calories. So we can consider the R value in 2. So the R value in calories. So in calories the R value is 2. So N minus N or T. Temperature. What is the temperature? Temperature is 27 degrees. So compulsory the temperature is changed to kelvins because we use the capital T. Capital T means Kelvin temperature. So 27 plus 273 that is 300 kelvins. So 300 kelvins. So this R value is in calories. So this is minus 3/2 moles and R value. So M value means moles. R value 2 calories Kelvin inverse mole inverse. T value Kelvin 300 kelvins. So Kelvin inverse cancel, mole inverse cancel. So here 2 cancel. Minus 3 into 300 900 calories. So what is the work done value? Work done value in this process is 900 calories. 900 calories. So already we calculated this work done value. Next, we want to calculate delta U and delta H. So before going to delta U or delta H, we will see in the question there is given any information about heat energy. So if we read the question once again, in this process 95 calories of heat is absorbed. 95 calories of heat is absorbed. So that means Q value, Q is absorbed. So there are two types of heat energy. It may be absorbed or released heat energy. Here in this process is this says that the energy is absorbed. If heat is absorbed, we will consider plus sign. If heat is released, we will consider negative sign. Here in this process, this says that heat energy is absorbed. The heat energy is absorbed. For absorbing heat energy, we can consider the sign positive. If heat energy is released, we can consider the sign negative. So Q equal to plus 95 calories. So this is heat energy at constant pressure. It will represent delta H. Heat energy at constant pressure is called delta H. So we know delta H value from QP values and calculated W value. So what is the formula for delta U? From FLTD first law of thermodynamics, delta U equal to Q plus W. If delta U equal to Q means heat absorbed at constant pressure because the process is constant pressure. So QP value plus 95 calories plus W value minus 900 calories. So before calculating U value, first we will check both heat energy value Q value and W value. Both are in same units. That may be both are in calories or both are in joules. Then we will simply add or subtract depending on the signs. But if both are in different signs, so different units, one is in calories and the other one is in joules, we can compulsory convert both are in same units. We can compulsory convert both values are in same units. Then after we will do the final operation, that is adding or subtracting depending on the signs. So delta U equal to one is plus, another one is minus. So we will subtract them. So subtracting 95 from 900, so it may be 805. So higher value having negative sign, so use negative sign. So 805 calories. So this is the delta U value. This is the delta U. That means change in internal energy of the system. So in this way we will find out the work done and internal energy and heat energy absorbed. The data will be given from calorimetric technique. And also delta U value we will find out in this way. So this is the first case. In this case we consider only one type of gas, that means only single gas is present. If more than one gas is present, then what we do? So if more than one gas is present, then the same process is repeated. So how repeated? We will discuss down here. So second case is, it may be open contact, open or closed, whatever it may be, we can consider containing more than one type of gas. More than one type of gas. For example, more than one type of gas, N1 moles of A gas react with N2 moles of B gas. N1 moles of A gas react with N2 moles of B gas. It will give N3 moles of C gas and N4 moles of D gas. You can consider a general equation. For understanding it, you can consider a general equation. N1 moles of A gas react with N2 moles of B gas. It will gives the N3 moles of C gas and N4 moles of D gas. So here we will find out the volume change. How do we will find out the volume change? And keep on mind, it is an isobaric process. Here this process is at constant pressure. This process is carried out at constant pressure because we are studying an isobaric process. In isobaric process, the pressure remains constant. It may be 2 atmosphere or 3 atmosphere, whatever it may be. At constant pressure. So the volume change. What is the volume change? So volume change means change in volume of gaseous product minus change in volume of gaseous reactant. So what are the gaseous product? N3 plus N3 means N3 of C gas. N3 means C gas. That is the C gas. So N3 plus volume means volume of C gas. Volume of C gas. Products means volume of C gas plus volume of B gas. Volume of C gas plus volume of B gas. So we can consider volume change, not moles. So we can consider volume. Volume means volume of C gas, volume of D gas. Minus both are gases, so we can consider both. Minus change in volumes of reactant. Here reactant both are gases. So we use volume of A gas plus volume of B gas. So that means delta V equal to volume of C gas plus volume of B gas minus of volume of A gas plus volume of B gas. This is the change in volume. So what is the formula for work done? Work done equal to minus P external into delta V. So W equal to minus P external. In case of P external, simply we use the notation P. And what is the delta V? Volume of C gas plus volume of D gas minus volume of A gas plus volume of B gas. So multiply this P with volumes. So what is the formula? What is the equation? Convert to P into volume of C gas plus P into volume of D gas minus, so P into volume of A gas plus P into volume of B gas. P into volume of A gas plus P into volume of B gas. So this is the formula. So multiply this P with each volume. So the equation is converted in this way. So we know that. Let us imagine that all are ideal gases. So for ideal gases, PV equal to nRT. So here what would be W equal to minus of, in case of PV, N of C gas into RT, because it says that for total process, for every reactant, the temperature is same, because this process is carried out at 27 degrees Celsius temperature or 50 degrees, whatever it may be. At a particular temperature, the temperature of reactants or products are considered as constant again. So that's why we use only T. So number of moles of C gas into RT plus number of moles of D gas into RT, because PV equal to RT. In case of PV we use nRT. Here also in case of PV we use nRT. So minus Na moles of A gas plus and RT plus Nb moles of B gas into RT. So we use in case of Nc, Nd or Na, Nb, N1, N2, N3, N4. We can use that notation also. So W equal to, so here RT, here RT, here RT, here RT. So RT is in common. Minus RT is in common. So number of moles of C gas plus number of moles of D gas minus number of moles of A gas plus number of moles of B gas. So number of moles of gases products minus number of moles of gases reactant means it will give delta Ng value. Number of moles of gases product minus number of moles of gases reactant means delta Ng. Number of moles of gases product minus number of moles of gases reactant. So the formula would be minus delta Ng RT. So if we consider more than one gas, the formula is work done equal to minus W Ng RT. If we use only one gas, in case of delta Ng we use number of moles of that gas only. We use one gas, number of moles of that gas. If we in the reaction they involving more than one gas, then we use delta Ng. Delta Ng means number of moles of gases reactant minus number of moles of gases product. For example, for this case we can consider an example. PCl5, decomposition of PCl5. PCl5 is a gas. It is decomposed to PCl3 gas and Cl2 gas. PCl3 gas, Cl2 gas. Here it is at room temperature at RT. That means that at temperature 27 degrees Celsius here, let assume the pressure is 2 atmosphere. The pressure is 2 atmosphere. So how we will calculate work done in this process? What is the work done formula for this process? Work done equal to minus delta Ng RT. So minus delta Ng, how we will calculate delta Ng for this equation? So delta Ng equal to number of moles of product. So what are the number of moles of product? 1 mole of PCl3 and 1 mole of Cl2 gas. Both are gases. 1 plus 1, 2. So number of moles of gases products 2 minus number of moles of gases reactant only 1 mole of PCl3. So 2 minus 1, 1. So delta Ng value 1 here. So R value we can consider in terms of calories or in terms of joules. So for example we can consider in terms of calories. So this is 1 mole delta Ng value, R value 2 calories, Kelvin it was, mole it was, and T value temperature 27 degrees Celsius. 27 degrees Celsius means 300 kelvins. So Kelvin was mole was cancelled. So W equal to 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 6. So 600 minus 600 calories. So in this way we will find out the work done. So here our main intention is to calculate the work done in this process. So we can consider different cases. In the first case we can consider only one type of gas. In open container, closed container, whatever it may be. Because throughout the process we can consider constant pressure. Because the process is isobaric. So the work done formula minus nRT. That means N means number of moles of gases. Reactant or product, whatever it may be, involving gas. If more than one type of gas is present, W equal minus delta Ng or D. Only difference is if only one gas is present, we use N value, number of moles of that gas. If more than one type of gas is present, we use delta Ng, number of moles of gaseous product minus number of moles of gaseous reactant. Remaining concept is internal energy, enthalpy, heat energy, all same. So how we will calculate Q value here? By using calorimetry. We know the Q value, delta H equal to Qp. So already we will find out Q value from calorimetric technique. So substitute here delta H value update. And also for calculating delta U equal to delta U equal to Qp plus W. So calculate W value by using the formula minus delta NGRT. Qp value from the calorimetric technique. Substituting the two values in this formula delta U equal to Qp plus W, we will find out the delta U value also. So these are the two different cases in isobaric process for determining the thermodynamic quantities like work done, enthalpy change, internal energy change, heat energy, absorbed or released. And also another case, that is phase transition. And third case is phase transition. So how do we will find out the volume change in this phase transition? So remember that in this phase transition, these are kept at constant pressure because our process is isobaric. For example, X is a solid. This solid is changed to phase transition. This solid is changed to liquid. This solid is changes to liquid. So a constant pressure because phase transitions are generally a constant pressure. Let us assume that this is in equilibrium. So a constant pressure, the X solid is equilibrium with X liquid, a constant pressure. So solid to liquid. Phase transition means physical state is changed, solid to liquid, liquid to gas, or solid to gas, whatever it may be. So here pressure is constant P. We know what is the pressure. It may be, for example, 5 atmosphere or 1 atmosphere, 1 bar pressure, whatever it may be. And also, what is the volume change? How do we will find out the volume change? Volume change means volume of product minus volume of reactants. Volumes of products minus volume of reactant. So here volume of product means volume of liquid. What is the volume of product? Volume of liquid minus volume of solid means, so volume of reactant means volume of solid. You can consider volume of liquid, volume of solid. You know that volume of solid is more than the volume of liquid is more than the volume of solid. So for our convenience, in some cases you can neglect the volume of solid, because this volume of solid is very much less than the volume of liquid, which is very much less than the volume of gases. So here only we can consider the solid liquid, so we can use both relations, volume of solid and volume of liquid. But along with solid, gas is present, so we can neglect the volume of solids, because volume of gases are much more greater than the volume of liquids and volume of solids. So here only both solid and liquid present, so we can consider both volumes. So what is the work done formula? Work done equal to minus P external into delta V. So W equal to minus P external means P into delta V means volume of liquid minus volume of solid. Volume of liquid minus volume of solid. So this is the phase transition. This process is called solid to liquid phase transition. And second one is liquid to gas. This is also a constant pressure, because our process is isobaric. This is carried out at constant pressure. So what is the delta V change? Delta V, that means volume change. So volume of gas minus volume of liquid, because volume change formula is volume change of products plus volume change of reactant. That means volume of products minus volume of reactant. Simply here volume of product is gas and reactant is liquid. Product is gas, reactant is liquid. Then volume of gas minus volume of liquid. So here here liquid gas both are present. So what we do? Here liquid solid present. So when compared with gases, both volumes are negligible. So here there is no gas, so we can consider both liquid and solid. But here gas and liquid, you know that volume of gas is very much greater than volume of liquid or volume of solid. So that's why we can neglect the volume of liquid when this is compared with volume of gas, because gas will occupy more volume than liquid and solids. That is why we can neglect the volumes of liquids or solids when compared with volumes of gases. So here delta V is equals to only volume of gas. So what is the work done formula? Minus P external pressure. P external pressure means pressure is P into delta V. Delta V means volume of gas. Minus P into volume of gas. There is no other, and there is another phase transition, that is sublimation. Solid to gas. So solid to liquid, liquid to gas, and also solid to gas. That is called sublimation. So solid to liquid, fusion. Solid to liquid, this process is fusion. So liquid to gas, that process is vaporization. And liquid solid to gas, that is called sublimation. So in sublimation at constant pressure, so what is the volume change formula? Volume of product minus volume of reactant. Volume of product means volume of gas product minus volume of reactant means volume of solid. Already said that volume of gas is very much greater than volume of solid or volume of liquid. So you can neglect the volume of solid. So because volume of gas is very much greater than volume of solid. So delta V equal to only Vg. We can consider Vg, volume of gas. So what is the work done formula? Work done equal to minus P. External pressure is P, and delta V means volume of gas. If we compare for same formulas, phase transition, vaporization and sublimation, because in both along with solid or liquid gas is present. So when compared with the gas, the volumes of liquid and solids are negligible, because the gas can occupy all the available volume. For this reason, we can consider the volume of solids or liquids are very much less than the volume of gas. So we can neglect them. So we use only gas here. So these are the different phase transitions. So this is the analysis of isobaric process. So what type of analysis we do here? Isobaric process means first we discuss about definition. So what is isobaric process? Isobaric process means in this process, throughout the total process, pressure is constant, because bar is a unit of pressure. Throughout the process, pressure is constant. Next, what is the condition for isobaric process? dP is 0. Someone used delta P is also 0, but all the times it is not correct. It is not accurate. Why? Because already we discussed earlier. So the accurate condition is dP 0. Remember that. Example, they ask a question. What is the condition for isobaric process? Option A, dP 0. Option B, delta B 0. Option C. Pressure is 0. Option D. Pressure is infinite. Option A, dP 0. Option B, delta B 0. So what are the options? Option A, dP 0. Option B, delta B 0. Option C, pressure is 0. Option D, pressure is infinite. Pressure is infinite. So what is the condition for this isobaric process? So what we use? Thinking, generally we say that pressure 0. Pressure 0 means same pressure. We think like that. Infinity means there is no change in pressure. Total pressure is undefined infinite. We are also thinking about it. dP 0. Okay. Change in pressure 0. Here also delta B 0, change in pressure 0. So we can think as all the four options are correct, but the correct one is A. Because pressure is 0, cannot maintain the 0 pressure. Where we maintain the pressure 0 pressure? In case of free expansions. Free expansion means the gas is expanded against the total pressure, against the vacuum. That is P0. So in vacuum pressure is 0. Normally the pressure is not 0. And also very high pressure. It is dangerous to work about very high pressure. Infinity means very high pressure. So we cannot put out these two options. Cannot strike off. We can think that delta B0, dP 0. In two options, dP is 0. dP is 0 more accurate because at very small interval, very short interval also pressure constant, that is isobaric. Total interval may be constant, that is also sometimes possible because it is not accurate, it is more accurate because it is small interval also the pressure is doesn't change, that is isobaric. In case of delta P we says that at any particular time the pressure may be changes, increases or decreases, but reaches the same initial pressure. So that's why we can strike off it. So you can more accurately remember that dP is 0 for the isobaric process. dP is 0 for the isobaric process. What is the condition? dP is 0 for the condition for the isobaric process. Options. For example, in another question, same. What is the condition for this isobaric process? Here options are delta P0, option B delta B0, option C dt0, option D delta Q equal to 0. Here in this case we use delta P. If there is no delta dP, then we can consider delta P. But if dP is present, we use only dP equal to 0 is the more accurate condition for isobaric. There is no given in dP value, then we use delta P value. But more accurately, dP is the more accurate. dP equal to 0 is the more accurate condition for isobaric. And these are different cases. How to calculate these thermodynamic quantities in isobaric? First one is only one type of gas is involved. Maybe in open container, closed container. So only one type of gas is involved. W formula, only one type of gas is involved minus N of that gas into RT. So Q value from calorimetry, that is QB, it is equals to delta H. So we know Q value, W value, delta U equal to QP plus W from first of thermodynamics. In second case, more than one type of gas is involved. That means decomposition of PCl5. PCl5 will give you PCl3 and Cl2 gas. All are gases. In that case, instead of N, we use minus delta NgRT. The remaining aspects are same. And third case is phase transition. Solid to liquid or liquid to gas or gas to solid to gas. So So this is the different formula. So this is about isothermal process. Sorry, isobaric process, not isothermal, isobaric process. So remember, for isobaric process, more accurate condition is dP0. More accurate condition is dP0. Sometimes delta P0, but you remember that more accurate is dP0. So what is the isobaric process condition? dP is 0. dP is 0.